What's going on, guys? I have a breaking news story. It's a lot going on today and this week. We have a wrestling legend in Hulk Hogan who reportedly has passed away today at age 71. Now, this came out of nowhere. There was seemingly no health issues in regards to Hulk. I know he's had issues with his knees and all other things, but I hadn't heard of him having anything where he was close to death. I know he has the Real American Beer. I know that he is starting an amateur wrestling company with Eric Bischoff. And the crazy thing is, I made a video about Hulk Hogan. Back in 2022, I made a video about him getting divorced. So this isn't me making a video for the sake of making a video. I know there's people who feel like Hulk Hogan is certain things. I'm not here to judge this man and his character. He seemed like he's going out of his way to try to make amends for it. Whether you forgive him or not, that's not up for me to debate. I'm just here to put out the news. So let's get into the story by TMZ. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at age 71. TMZ Sports has learned. Medics were dispatched to the 71-year-old WWE legend's Clearwater, Florida home early Thursday morning, with operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. We're told a slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside Hogan's home, and the icon was carried on a stretcher into an ambulance. Just a few weeks ago, Hogan's wife Sky denied rumors he was in a coma, stating his heart was strong as he recovered from surgeries. We broke the story last month. There were rumblings Hogan was on his deathbed, but we're told at the time that he was dealing with symptoms of a neck procedure he underwent in May. Hulk transformed professional wrestling into a family entertainment sport. Before Hulk, wrestling catered to a narrow audience. Hulk's theatrics in the ring was magnetic for children and their parents, and it supercharged the sport. I just want to say that there were a lot of good wrestling going on, especially in the 70s and 80s before Hulk Hogan became a big thing. I just want to put that out there. Just go do your research. In 96, Hulk transformed himself from hero to villain by creating the NWO, the New World Order, and became Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It propelled him in professional wrestling to even more fame. That was my favorite Hulk Hogan character interpretation, was the NWO Hogan. That was probably my favorite because, the way that they carried themselves, the black and white, he goes from being celebrated as, the yellow and red, American hero, to just being Hollywood. And the thing is about Hollywood Hulk Hogan was that Hollywood was basically who he was. That was the real Hulk Hogan. Ego, right? Very Hollywood, right? But throughout it all, he was a legend in professional wrestling. I think what really damaged his reputation and career was, what happened years ago when he was caught on camera saying some certain things. I'm not going to repeat those things, but I feel like that really put a stain on his reputation, and he never really recovered from that. Now, he sued a publication for putting that out about him, and I actually got a big settlement from that, right? So I just think that when you look at Hulk Hogan and all the great things he did in his wrestling career, then you look at all of the negative that followed after, right? It put a permanent mark there, but it doesn't change the impact that he made. Now I want to get to this article. This is from SC Scoots. Jimmy Hart, who is a longtime friend of Hulk Hogan, had shut down. Now this was less than 24 hours ago. He shut down rumors that Hulk Hogan was basically on his deathbed. Said Jimmy Hart has addressed swirling rumors of Hulk Hogan's health, offering a positive update that should put fans of the Hulkster at ease. Through a Facebook post, Hart announced that Hulk is doing great and recently enjoyed a fun night of karaoke with his son Nick. Hulk is doing great, doing phenomenal. Last night at karaoke with Nick was absolutely fantastic. Hart's statements comes in response to recent claims made by Bubba the Love Sponge, who alleged that a source had spoken with Hart and relayed that Hogan was in serious condition. According to Bubba's source, Hogan was said to be struggling with speech due to, tracheal damage, and was reportedly resting in a hospital bed at home. Bubba claimed at the time that his source had spoken to none other than Jimmy Hart himself. For those of you who know, Bubba Love Sponge has been a part of the wrestling news like for a very long time. With Jimmy Hart setting the record straight, it appears that Hogan is indeed doing much better than recent rumors suggest. Though questions remain about his future in wrestling. Now, this was less than 24 hours ago, according to when this article was published. And then you have the reports that Hulk Hogan has passed away. Again, no matter what happened back in 2011, 2012, the guy is still a wrestling legend. He is. Doesn't mean that, because we've heard stories about Hogan and who he is and his personality, but that goes with a lot of wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers had egos. A lot of wrestlers were want to be on top. That's just how wrestling is. But again, it doesn't take away from the impact that he made in his career. And it's sad how it went out. It really is. Because I felt like it didn't matter what he did, no matter the fanfare he had, all people could think about was what he got caught on camera saying. Because of what he got caught on camera saying, it followed him ultimately until he passed. Because there were people out there that never forgave him. And the reason why I'm speaking on this, because you want to put everything into context. Again, I take nothing away from what happened during Hogan's career and what he did, working his way up through the territories into the WWF, then became WWE, right? And then into WCW. And creating the NWO, which I was a big fan of, because at the time of the Monday Night Wars, I was more of a WCW fan than a WWFE fan, right? I loved everything that they had, from the NWO, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sting, Goldberg, the Cruiserweights with the Luchadors. I just felt like they offered more that I was into at the time of the Monday Night Wars than WWF, WWE during the early Attitude Era. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, like the video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one. Rest easy, Hope.